Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Madam Al-Qasim Yahya, you are the National Secretary of the Ansaru Tijjaniyya. Today, you are going to present a speech on the unfortunate incident that happened in Burkina Faso on our brothers. Just go ahead and present the speech. If I have one or two questions, then I will ask you.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن والاه بإحسان إلى يوم الدين إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. It's very tragic. It's about a tragic cold-blooded massacre of our fellow Nigerian citizens in Burkina Faso on the 1st of February, that is Wednesday, 1st of February 2023 by 11 a.m. The Ansaru Tijjaniyya, which is the fulcrum of the Sufi order of Tijjaniyya globally, with the international headquarters in Senegal, founded by Sheikh Ibrahim, yes, also with millions of followers throughout Africa. It's known for peace, harmony, global dialogue, as well as have contributed a lot, particularly to the African peace, as well as the global peace building. The Tijjaniyya adherents normally pay visit to Senegal, the International Center of Tijjaniyya, for knowledge sharing, conferences, and in fact, even for international maulids and programs. It's a tradition generally. Some go by roads and also some by flights. So this year, some adherents from Nigeria, in luxurious vehicles and mini buses, gathered here from all parts, from Kano, from Niger, from Katsina, and they all gathered to find their way to the Senegal after having all due documentations from the Senegal embassy and also
Here in Abuja,
and having all the necessary documentation. Particularly, some will have their international passports or even some national ID cards. And it has been a tradition. They respect all protocols everywhere they go to. So during this year's journey, a delegation of Nigerian in a convoy of luxurious and minibuses was stopped by the Burkina army on patrol and made to disembark from their buses. They were randomly selected without any questioning and cold-bloodedly shot to death and a most hazardous display of bestiality and brutality. The current number of casualties we received so far, 15 dead, while some vehicles and their occupants are yet to be accounted for. Deriving from the above, we hearkenly to urgently draw the attention of the Nigerian government, the United Nations, and genuine human rights organizations to, as a matter of responsibility, wade into this matter and ensure that the rights of the victims of this massacre are upheld and the bloodthirsty culprits are immediately brought to book. Jama, as a responsible and law-abiding organization, has made extensive effort to ensure that the aggrieved relations and fellow faithful brothers of the victims remain patient and calm while waiting for the response of the Nigerian government in letting the world know that the Nigerian lives matter, and cannot just be wantonly terminated without requisite consequences. It is of note to lay emphasis on the extant law that guaranteed the sanctity and inviolability of human lives, irrespective of their origin and creed, the African Charter and on human and people's rights, Ratifications and Enforcement Act CAB 10 2004 is a law binding all African state member countries, including Burkina Faso, which has been wantonly violated in this case. While we patiently await the expedited actions of the concerned government in Nigeria and Burkina Faso, as well as the United Nations and global human rights stakeholders, we appeal to all our team members in Nigeria and outside to remain law-abiding while we pursue the cause of justice for the victims and their aggrieved families. All members and fellow Muslims are called upon to pray for the repose of the souls of the innocent victims. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. May their soul rest in Jannatul Firdaus.
I mean, Mala Al-Qasim Yahya, tell us which area or which village the ugly incident took place. What is that? Is where exactly the incident took place? It is, since that it is inside Burkina Faso, let us know where actually it took place.
Well, it's inside, the location is called Fadel Gourma. So this Fadel Gourma is a well-known location in Burkina Faso, and after the border also, they are just about to reach on their way to the Fadel Gourma when that incident happened.
When you hear about Fada, perhaps there may likely be Hausa-speaking community there, perhaps.
Well, they are not Hausa-speaking communities.
But they are called Fada, that is Fada.
Fadel Gourma. Fadel Gourma, that is the town. And also is a major roads where a lot of travelers pass there generally. So though the road is not too good, so that is where they met them.
So far, is there any information or any action or any condemnation from any organization after this incident?
Well, actually, before we have gathered, because I told you when this has happened, so many of them were humiliated. And you can see someone who has never seen death, to see your own people that you have been talking to. So I've been reciting the Holy Quran when they are on the journey and the rest, and they just brought them there in their presence, and they shall kill them in that ugly circumstances. So the people were touched, confused. Even some of them holding their little token that they normally buy fuel and the necessities of the way. Some of them were killed. So because of that, even for them to find their way, it took them time that Wednesday till night and Thursday before we begin to get their information. And even getting their information, we have to be certain to really gather the casualties, the people that are really dead and all this, before we say. The people have been talking to us. Even so many news agencies and all this, we said, no, we have to really get the record straight. We have to really ascertain what we are talking. And we intensify effort, even those other vehicles they didn't find, to really see that, yes, they are in their search for us to really come up with this. And we have written all the necessary letters, inshallah, to all the concerned government agencies and the federal government, to the Secretary of Government of the Federation, and also to Attorney General and all the concerned people we mentioned. We have written letter, inshallah, is going to be submitted on Monday for all this.
From your findings so far, what do you think happened? What actually provoked the killing of defenseless citizens of Nigeria in Burkina Faso?
There's no provocation in it. There's nothing. What has happened, these people came out, and they are a large quantity of these, they are soldiers, with so many of these, they are armored cars, so many of them on top of those big bikes, and all of them armed. Many, very much of them. So when they come out, they will just tell them to come down. When they come to that hotel to come down, they are selective. And they say, you. And before you know, in your presence, they shield those people. They kill them there. After killing them, even disallowing them to take their corpse. And so that is how it happened.
So there was no reason just like that?
There was no reason. They were killing, and they say even it's a tradition, it's a culture. Even some of the in the country people, that when they come out on this, they kill anyhow. Because some of them do all these things because there are no regulations, no penalties.
Then let us just know, where are the rest of the members of the delegation that are
Some of the members of the delegation, because when they saw themselves we now communicated, and also they managed to make sure now that they are in Mali, and from Mali they are going to Senegal. And even now, as we are discussing, our Grand Khalifa, we discussed with him, and he's making even effort to contact the president of Burkina Faso.
In all your presentation, Malam Al-Qasim Yahaya, you decided maybe, or I don't know what was your reason, you omitted to mention ECOWAS, that is Economic Community of West African States, CDAO. Why do you decided not to involve them into this?
Well, we involve them certainly, but so many of us, sometimes our extent in so many things, because with so many of these kind of things happen in Africa, and you find that the essence, also the concern of ECOWAS is no longer there. And these all people are within ECOWAS community, and there's free entry and exit, and we don't see that. Even after due documentation, you could imagine an African doing this to a fellow African. Where is the ECOWAS? Where is that Africanism? Where is that West Africanism that you are talking about? It's no longer there.
ECOWAS headquarters is here in Abuja. ECOWAS court is in Abuja. ECOWAS parliament is here in Abuja. Why can't you just go and approach them and tell them what happened?
No. Actually, the letters we are written, we write to them, and we duly inform them. Actually, we will tell them all that has happened, and we expect to see them do something positive, actually, that will say good of the organization.
But that is a confirmation. You are now telling the world that you will not leave this matter to just die down just like that.
We cannot, because there are no flies. This is a life, it's human life, it's sacked. In Islam, human life is valued, it's sacked. So we have to. There is no way human life can waste that way. But we just kill people like rats, like animals, and allow them. We can't allow it. We'll follow it up. We'll follow it at the best way. We'll be law abiding, and we'll make sure there must be justice. We know the federal government will not allow it. They are citizens of Nigeria, and Nigeria will not allow another country to kill its citizens.
In the past, was there any similar incident?
We have never encountered this. It has never happened.
All right. Malam Al-Qasim Yahaya, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let us just, if there is any development, then we can talk again, inshallah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.